Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell. I'm in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Colourarte Studio, and I hope the tornado watch goes away soon. But this is an 18 by 24 inch canvas. I pre-primed with some Artist Loft White. This is some shiny taffeta. I'm going to use colors I have the most of to start out. And I'm going to put a bunch of them down. That's a Prizm pour. I'm a Colourarte affiliate. All the colors that I use, with the exception of like the black and the white. This is Sour Lemon with Orange Crush. Are usually Colourarte colors. There are a few exceptions, I usually say so. I almost always list them underneath the video too. I have a lot of this frosted berry, so like I said, I want to get a layer of paint down on the canvas. And my inspiration is my silicone mat. So go figure. It's not meant to be anything more than a piece of contemporary art that I like. This is Red Violet. I believe I may even have put Vivid Intense Fluorescent. I may even have put something in like golden diamonds. So I'm just going to use my spatula and happily make a mess. Blend colors, and try and remember that 18 by 24 inch canvases require more room to spin, and I've just filled it up with paint bottles. Okay, give me 1 second. And that alizarin rose. Maybe I can sneak some on the other side. What is that? I don't know what that is, but all textures are allowed. Except for the ones on my spatula that should be cleaned off. And if I feel like it at any given moment in time, I might also add some texture. But there are no rules with what I'm doing. Except for to cover the canvas with a thin layer of colors, let them dry, and continue on adding more layers. And I may put some white or some black in at some point in time. I like that alizarin rose. I didn't get enough of that. And I might actually appreciate the marks that my spatula are leaving. But generally speaking, that's not my MO, so it's good to scrape the blade of your spatula with a thumbnail. More alizarin rose, Vivid Intense. Loving that color a lot. The blade of the spatula carries quite a bit of paint with it. There's that line again. Well, it'd be nice if it would just come off. I can see I'm trailing a little something something. Maybe I ought to just grab a new spatula. It's not going to make any difference. I've got some indigo violet. I'm going to grab a little bit of royal sapphire. Taking that paint chip off first. Trying to remember to put my bottles back because otherwise I'll be in trouble. The weirder the combinations, well, I don't know about the weirder the combinations. The stranger the marks are, the happier I'm going to be about it. I keep being called to orange, but I don't want to put it over anything that it's going to get sort of messed with. This is the Orange Crush. bring in a little bit of Tuscan Sun. Maybe a little bit of the Frosted Berry, because I can. I haven't put any greens in yet. Thinking I should. This is definitely fun to do. And no matter what I get along the way, it won't be the same when I'm done. And I can just keep playing with it. So I liked the fact that as I moved my canvas around on my turntable and on the silicone mat, that was the Indigo Violet. This is plugged. This was something I wanted. This is Deep Amethyst. Although, as I recall, the alternative to this can sometimes be African Violet, and it's beautiful, but it's open now. I think I want something very blue, and I've got Parrot Wing. No, this is Viola blue. It's a Vivid Intense. I'm going to use some of that though. The Parrot Wing is awesome. I got to find that. I want to use some. I might put some white in. I've got Love You Pink as opposed to white, which is a primary element. I want to find that Egyptian blue, and it's right here. And along with that, maybe a little bit more of that gorgeous Royal Sapphire. And nothing keeps me from mixing my colors together unless they start to make mud, in which case all bets are off. Spinning around. I've got to grab a new spatula. I can see filaments hanging off this one, but maybe maybe not. So I definitely want to keep adding paint and pulling it out enough so that I think it has a chance of drying. I am going to clean it off though. It's had enough swipes. I'm thinking more of a shiny taffeta. I've got Isadora too. I really like that yellow in there. But I've also got some saffron mixed with Mayan gold and hibiscus, which is a prism pour, a new prism pour. And because the canvas has been pre-primed, it means I can scrape anything up and leave all kinds of wonderful marks behind. When the timer goes off, I'll probably just continue, and I'll come back and set it. I'll set it again and come back. It's time for me to put a little white in here, I think. And I want to see what Water Lily. And I'm being called, I didn't do the Parrot Wing, and I'm going to do some Parrot Wing primary prism pour. Necessary to open them completely though, and take out that piece of whatever that's dragging along. I think a little bit of indigo violet right in that white. I'm not sure what's going to happen now. I want some, I think, some Mystique. I'll settle for sparkling aqua. And pull a little string off that one too. I'm still going to pull paint chips out. I'm working my way toward the inside. I'm thinking about this over here, and I think I want fuchsia. Which is a Vivid Intense. I was so happy when I remembered to write down what I'm supposed to write down. This could be, and probably is, I would guarantee almost, a stage 1, unless something miraculous happened. Although I am seeing that alizarin rose, which I totally love, as an option. I didn't use any of the gold interference, and I want to. I've got some leftover, some old Decor Americana 24 karat gold, and it was mixed with a lot of Floetrol, and I just used it with no particular thought in mind, and it left a wonderful patina. And I'm thinking that it might be very similar to use the interference gold. Now we've got a bunch of it, so I guess we'll find out. So it was lovely to find out by accident, but it took me a month to get something I liked, and I started to add paint as I went along every day. If I had leftover scrapings and scribblings, I'd add that paint. Well, I love it when it pulls off too. I really could dig right in with a spatula right now and remove all kinds of paint. I'm going to take, what, some Orange Crush, I think. The orange is definitely something to be cautious about, because it becomes mucky very easily. So I'm trying to pay attention. I'm wanting some white. I'm wanting some gold actually, and I've got some. I've got some Mayan gold standing by. It's turning into a geometric. That doesn't mean that that's going to be the way it stays. Well, it might actually mean that. I kind of want to put some black in, but I don't want to ruin anything that I like that I have started. Seeing those little paint stragglers. This is actually becoming something I don't mind, but I have to decide if I'm going to continue or not. And I don't feel like stopping. So that was Fandango. Which I really do think adds quite a bit. It zings it right up. And I've got paint on my spatula blade that I want to get rid of, and I don't feel like it's anything I need to wipe away as much as I want to just add it to the canvas. I'm going to go for some more Fandango though. And I like Fandango with Royal Sapphire. And my intentions may be completely wrong. My intention is to add marks and do all kinds of things like that. But some things never come to fruition just because I like my process at a certain stage and I can't force myself to go on. This is all about patina and layers of color and how they affect each other. And it's basically a rainbow of colors, but you can't fault Colourarte colors for how brilliant and beautiful they are. Which reminds me, there's a 20% off coupon code underneath Show More underneath the video for Colourarte products. Primary Elements, Prizm Pores, Vivid Intense. I'm not quite done yet. I kind of want to make a pan of colors and have some cards to dip in and just pull ever so slightly like I'm going to do with the blade of the spatula, so I have some thinner and some thicker lines. But I like that. I want some blue. I've got one more minute. I can work for another minute. I'm going to use, that is the Indigo Violet again. Sometimes it reminds me an awful lot of the Midnight Shadow, but one's purple and one's blue. So this is, what is this? This is Snapdragon. Put a little over there and a little over here. When that timer goes off, I'll have to decide if I'm coming back or not. Let's go the long way first with a gentle pull. And then a more decisive pull. I still left bottles in my way, which I wish I had not. Alright, I should be thinking about shimmering this at you, but it's just a stage, so I'm not sure what kind of point there is in that. And I should stop talking and just fast forward. I want to take one of my little texture tools and add some text. Oh, I left the Snapdragon right there where it was. Yeah, the pre-primed canvas, getting another layer of Artist Loft makes all the difference in the world. It means you can scrape through and get back some white, add some texture. I'll see you guys in a minute, or a second, whatever. I'm just going to keep playing. I'm going to take a picture now though. See you in a sec. Okay, I'm back, and I left my painting rag in my way. I almost tripped over that. Excuse me. So I'm going to use some Mead Black and a playing card. And put some lines in this. Because I can always cover them over. Part of me wanted to just wait and let it dry. And I can still do that. But right now, I feel like playing. I can cover over anything that I've got in here. But part of me thinks I might want to just finish. And if I let it dry, I can scrape it off and have colors show through, but I don't think I can do that with the card the way it is, but I'm going to try. I want some more of that interference. Actually, I'll take some more Alizarin Rose and a little more Love You Pink. That made me want orange. I haven't put any saffron in yet. And if you've watched me before, you know I don't mind mixing colors. So that's the Alizarin Rose along with the saffron. Just trying to leave enough behind. Residual. I could definitely come back tomorrow and do some cell work if I wanted. I could actually do that right now if I wanted. I'm going to wipe off my card wherever it wants to go. And use a little cell activator. Cell activator is Atelier Rich Gold and Pebeo Iridescent Gold. And I usually combine it with other things. But I actually love the patina of it. So if it doesn't make cells, I'm not really going to be upset. This is getting rich. I like it. It's making me want the African violet like I was claiming to want earlier. Yeah, I'm going to grab it. And it's actually open. That's fortuitous. The thing right now is no space to work with double layer bottles, so I got to keep putting things away. And I've decided to wipe off my, oh, you probably can't see that. Decided to wipe off my card on the edge of the canvas so I have some coverage. Not that I couldn't just black it out easily enough. This is all about patina. And honestly, the thinner I make the paint, the faster it's going to dry. But I love, love, love making new color palettes and new shapes. That, I'm never going to get over that alizarin rose. wanting some white. I think I'm going to use some more of that iridescent. It's not iridescent, it's interference gold, which will shimmer like the son of a gun, like the dickens tomorrow. Nothing neat or tidy about any of this, and it's not supposed to be. Even if I scrape up some glop and put it down again, that's exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm going to grab a little bit more Royal Sapphire. And a little bit of African Violet again. I'm inclined to Midnight Shadow. Come on, pick up. That's a lot like pulling dots. But look at the wonderful color combination it makes. This is just so much fun. Now that's my new white spot. Maybe I ought to make it an actual white spot. Of course it'll have schmutz in it, whatever the card had on it. Every once in a while I see a spot and then I get called to a color. And I think the parrot wing is calling me back. It's still turning into a geometric, but I love geometrics, so I'm not going to complain. I just don't get tired of that alizarin rose. Sure, I'm out of your range. I'm sorry about that. This is looking like it wants to be finished. Oh, and my Mayan gold is leaking. So I'll just take a little bit of it and use it. What have I got on my card? Something to do more mark making. That's kind of fun. Okay, I've got black in my dish and I just remembered. It begins to look like things. Your imagination just makes up, it sees a shape that it thinks it recognizes and it starts to look like, you know, a harbor scene or a landscape or something with buildings. Reflections. I want some orange crush up there and some saffron in the other place. Maybe I can skip the saffron and go directly to my my current favorite, which is the alizarin rose. I want to take one of my tools and dip it in the black toothy tool. And add a few dots, even if they're not the perfect shape. Still adding a nice accent. I want some white the same way I want the black. Yeah, I'm thinking this is going to be finished today. I'll just black my edges out. But it was fun giving myself permission to start in a different kind of way. And it's definitely a form of mark making. Oh, I can still scrape through paint. Cool. Ha ha ha! Gotta love that. And whatever I scrape up, I can then put down. Still want some white. Might come out gray. I could definitely use some gold. I've got another weird tool I can use to leave a different kind of texture entirely. Oh, that's neat. That'll work. And if I wanted to come back tomorrow, it would be fine. I just can't scrape through anything anymore. I think that's pretty close to being done. I'm being called to a little more fandango. Right there. And my light is almost gone. I've still got paint on my card, which is against my personal philosophy to leave there unless I absolutely have to make it get washed off. So I'm hoping the tornado warning is passed. It's raining out hard now, but I don't hear anything that sounds like a train on the tracks, and that's a good thing. Yep, I'm calling it. That was fun. Thank you for joining me. I hope you come again. I post at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for watching longer. When you watch longer, you help my channel out. Your comments keep my morale boosted. I'm probably going to run some black down my edges. Look for chips. I should shimmer this at you, and I will now. It ought to be very shimmery and quite fun. Not that I have No, that's the wrong application. Don't open your camera, woman. That's kind of fun. And you'll see a better picture of it in the thumbnail without all the reflections from the lights on. But I could spin that. Could I spin that? Alright. You guys take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Thank you for those of you who donate through Patreon. Thank you to those who donate through PayPal. You and the memberships, which are $9.99 a month for over 200 videos in the members only library, are the things keeping me on YouTube. So thank you so much. My community board will show you tomorrow's video. Questions are welcome and encouraged. My paint pouring recipe is underneath Show More. You can always ask me questions. So if you can't find what you're looking for, I'm right here. My email address is easpb and the word gallery spelled out @gmail.com. Thank you for everything. You guys, I love you. I'll see you anon. I'm forgetting everything. Oh, yeah. Okay, 32 playlists with 100 videos on them each, and everything organized by topic and genre. And if I'm telling you stuff, I'm going to tell you twice. I want to keep working on this now that I'm up here. I'm looking down at it, but it's still kind of fun right exactly as it is. So we'll see how I feel about it tomorrow. Maybe I'll be adding something else to it. Spring clothing below the video, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links. Everything's in the description. On the link tree, you'll find everything, couple websites. My new Facebook profile is Priscilla Batzell /artist. Excuse me, I keep doing that. I give lessons at the house in Springville, Florida, and I do sell my artwork. And ooh, shiny, I'm all distracted. So you guys take care of each other, take care of yourselves. Bye for now. Priscilla out. Whatever I've forgotten, you'll see in another video.